to strategic analyst, Lt.Colonel Ralph Peters. Colonel, I still can't get over this. We don't know where the president was the night that 4 Americans died in Benghazi. Yesterday, 40 seconds devoted, nearly 300 people, 298 people killed, shot down by a surface-to-air missile, and then our closest ally begins a ground incursion against Hamas, and the president's in New York fundraising. What's going on here? Why is he in the situation room?
Well, Sean, as you know, I share your anger, but we all should be feeling a great deal of sorrow because of the missed opportunity. I mean, one of the many tragedies here is had our first mixed-race president been merely competent, a bit less arrogant, a bit more capable, had he just been an average president, a Taft or a Coolidge, it would have been so great for this country. He could have brought people together. It would have been great for our image in the world. Instead, we've got a man who lacks the courage, the fundamental courage to make basic decisions, who lacks the courage to lead, lacks the courage to fulfill the duties of the president, certainly lacks the courage to stand up to someone like Vladimir Putin. And I think you've also hit something else in your monologue, and that's when you tie together, for instance, the fact that he just really didn't react initially to this shoot down. And he doesn't really connect with people. He doesn't really care about other human beings. He is, I think, the most narcissistic, self-absorbed president we've ever had. And that's saying something, because all presidents are self-absorbed to a degree. But this man, Sean, I don't think we could have elected a worse man in these times to be our president. I can't say our leader, because he's not a leader, but to be our president.
I got to tell you, I'm listening to you. I have great respect for you, Colonel, and that's sad. What are we to do? We basically have incontrovertible evidence, the rebel conversation, proving that they're responsible. They get the equipment. You need highly trained people to fire that weapon that took that commercial airliner out of the sky. What should we do? I don't expect that the president will do it. What should we do with Israel? What is your take on these things?
Well, first of all, today was a very disheartening day. Because when I heard Samantha Power, who seems to be the only real man in the administration, give what was a red meat speech this morning, I mean, she laid it out by the numbers why Russia was guilty. And I thought maybe, at last, our president would stand up. And instead, barely an hour later, he walked it back. I mean, she served up red meat, he served up lukewarm waffles. And I will tell you what Vladimir Putin's reaction would be. I can tell you exactly what it was. It was, Takoi Slavi, Nyarashidny Cheloviek. What a weak, indecisive man. I mean, Putin has no respect for him. No one respects our president. And another problem I think we need to raise with President Obama is, he just doesn't like America very much. He's not grateful to it. He doesn't like our system of government, the separation of powers. Clearly, he doesn't like that. He'd much rather have the Hugo Chavez or Juan Perón model. He's a man who doesn't like our military, who believes America is the problem, as we heard it as far back as the Cairo speech. I mean, we have a man. He's not a cipher exactly in the Oval Office, but he's a man who was elected president of a country he doesn't really like and whose population he distrusts, and whose military he despises.
That's a powerful statement, and Colonel, thank you so much for being with us. In America, when we don't lead, there is a vacuum. There's a huge void. It's very serious. Coming up on this breaking news edition of Hannity, our newsreel coming up, new